name's Josephine LaValle, and who loves Boom Truck Ben?
I do!
Where is it? There he is! Can we get a freedom? You guys are going to hear a little bit about the PowerShift, but I was going to drum a song first. This is my first time since I met the truckers back in January that I'm actually speaking. So I'm not going to take up a lot of airtime. I just want to say thank you to all the truckers for giving us hope, for giving us freedom, for lighting up the whole, I can't swear while I have this on, but thank you for lighting up the whole world and giving yourself to be able to be there for us and our children. I'm going to share something right now. I didn't plan on it, but I'm going to share it because I want you guys to feel my heart. When I was 8, my mother was killed by a truck driver. I hated truckers my whole entire life. And I'll tell you, when a lot of us had despair this last winter, and we're thinking that this is the way that life is going to be with masks, and I'm not going to say the V word, we'll just say jabs. A lot of us were feeling very sad. A lot of us have lost a lot of people in a lot of different ways. And when you guys came, it's like, wow, where do these guys come from? Convoys coming from everywhere. So I'm telling you, Boom Truck Ben, Chaba, Wendell, all of you guys, and everybody that wasn't even a trucker that was there. People like Frank Primo, Marcel Perry. I'm telling you guys, you gave us so much hope. So even though I lost my mother from a trucker when I was 8, you guys are here to save my children and all children. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Freedom! Nations, and I'm going to let her introduce herself and what she's been up to for 13 and a half years. I don't think we're going to have a revolution. I think we're going to have one smart Indigenous lady that knows her stuff. If you have your camera, videotape this and share this far and wide, because I'm a very positive person, but I'm telling you, what she's got is golden. Here you go.
Okay, well, I thought that you were going to drum first,
but...
yeah,
I'm going to drum here. Okay. You can just hold that in my mouth. Yeah.
My doctor said that I needed a double lung transplant. If I took one of hers, I'd probably have a quadruple tone of voice. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm here to tell you today, we were invited here. My name is Nicole Brassard from the Canadian People's Union. And what we've created is the PowerShift movement. And the PowerShift movement is the movement of the people, not the Canadian People's Union, but for the people. And what I've been doing is I've been researching for 13 and a half years. And kind of really weird because I've been on Six Nations territory for all of that time since 28th of February 2009. And then I finally met this lady on top of Ottawa Hill. So what we've created, first of all, I need to tell you that what the truckers did, all this time when I found the solution in 2014, and then I was waiting for the people to start rising, the only thing that happened after a lot of years of waiting, trying to convince people, the truckers happened. That gave us the opportunity to send a letter to the UK for a constitutional correction, because Trudeau in 1982 decolonized us, actually did a self-determination plan with the UK. However, he chose to self-determine us as under parliamentary democracy. So instead of coming to the people, they decided to keep the same kind of democracy we had before 1982. That is not democracy. So what happened is when I started researching everything that happened in the UK, then we saw that the UK gave stipulations. When the Constitution came back to Canada, it was still pending in the UK on conditions that Trudeau and any other government within the next 15 years would actually go to the people in a referendum and to the Indigenous nations, each on each side. And that never happened. The first referendum was a no. The second one, it was a no-go. And after that, what Mulroney did was actually go behind closed doors with the premiers and made negotiations. Because that has not been fulfilled, we have the chance for the first time in history to actually place the people above government, and it only takes a constitutional correction. What the truckers did was give me enough power to be able to send that letter and to be able to say, hey, Canadians from coast to coast to coast are fed up. Here's the proof. Now read this letter. We don't need an amendment. We only need a constitutional correction. And all it takes is a motion in Parliament for a vote to correct our Constitution, because we are still the liability of the United Kingdom to this day. We are still colonized under the UK. The UK can take care of Trudeau and company. We take care of the UK to get the job done, because it's their responsibility that we all get decolonized together. And they gave us the opportunity to place Indigenous nations and Canadians as equal partners and shareholders, co-owners of the Crown of Canada and Canada as a whole. And this is the opportunity we have today. So we need to change the conversation. PowerShift. Because I went to Ottawa on July 30th and actually initialized our right to collective self-determination, which is something that Trudeau did not put back in 1982 in our Constitution. That right is an international right. It's an embedded right into our Constitution. They cannot refuse us. It is how it's going to have to be. But if the people don't demand it, nothing happens. Now we need you to demand it and to stand with us. Sign your conventions of consent. Go to our website at thepowershift.ca. And then as soon as we get enough signatures, it's a done deal, people. But even what we've done is found two ways of getting at the same result. Pressure on the UK and pressure here. Right on. Okay, so this is your chance to be free, because a free people are not free unless they rule over government. We get final say, veto rights on anything they do and everything. Everybody in the world can do the same. That's how you reach world peace. Get rid of corruption, clean it up, and we don't need to go to war. So, power shift to freedom. So, yeah, and it's kind of ironic that we ended up on Six Nations territory, because then I learned about the Two-Row Wampum Treaty, the Silver Covenant Chain Friendship Treaty, as well as the Great Law of Peace. The Great Law of Peace is the oldest living constitution on the planet. It is recognized as such by Cornell University and 200 scholars worldwide. In that constitution, it was the people that ruled. Not the clan mothers, not the chiefs, but the people. Much has changed since then, but as long as the people are vigilant, they should be able to bring it back. And this is what we're here to do. From this day forward, I'm hoping that everybody's going to understand that we need to change that conversation to our power shift to freedom, and we accept nothing less than to be able to have our veto power over the government. It is legal. It is already our right to do so. We need to take that right, but I need everybody to take it along with us across Canada. Okay, well, yeah, just keep going. The Two-Row Wampum Treaty is what we were trying to teach people and what we went to Parliament with, because with the Two-Row, in 1613, the Haudenosaunee made a peace treaty with the Dutch in 1613, then with the French, and then with the English. So now to this day, that has not been honored fully. We as Canadian citizens are responsible for our country. We, the Canadian citizens, are responsible for our government. The Canadian government owes fiduciary duty to the Indigenous nations, which means we owe fiduciary duty to the Indigenous nations. So all those years of them saying, oh, we're sorry, we're sorry, we're sorry, Prime Minister after Prime Minister and doing nothing, we can change that. We have the power to change that, because nobody should be without a home. The homeless people in the cities and everywhere, they too are shareholders, co-owners of the Crown of Canada. You are richer and more powerful than you know. You need to start thinking that way. You own the biggest company in Canada. Together, the people can decide what the banks can do, what they can't do. Instead of trying to rule over us, they're coming out with the digital ID. Well, guess what? They can shove it. Okay? So anyways, that's about it, folks. I don't want to take too long, but that's the message. You are richer and more powerful than you know. And who is best to make decisions for you, your family, in this country? You or a politician? You, exactly. So we don't undo government. All we do is make sure that they no longer have final decision-making authority and put them to work the way they are supposed to do. So that's it. Have fun. You're welcome.